The greatest weapon you possess is not your intelligence. It is not your wealth. It is not even your power. The greatest weapon you possess is the weapon your enemies cannot see coming. You live in a world that celebrates openness. Be authentic, they tell you. Share your dreams, they say. Let people know the real you. This is the advice of fools who have never held real power. Let me tell you what happens when you reveal your true intentions. When you tell people what you want, you give them the power to deny it to you. When you show people your strategy, you allow them to counter it. When you expose your vulnerabilities, you invite attack. When you reveal your ambitions, you create enemies who will work to destroy you before you succeed. The powerful understand something the masses do not. Every piece of information you share is a weapon you hand to your potential enemies. Today, I will show you why concealment is essential to power, why the most dangerous person in any room is not the one making noise, but the one watching in silence, why your true intentions must remain locked in a vault that only you possess the key to. Some will call this deceptive. Let them. While they broadcast their every move, you will move unseen. While they announce their plans, you will execute yours. While they seek validation through transparency, you will achieve victory through mystery. The question is not whether you should conceal your intentions. The question is, can you afford not to? Let me begin with a truth that will disturb you. Every time you speak about your plans, you decrease the probability of achieving them. Why? Because human nature is predictable, and one of its most predictable features is envy. When you announce your intentions to lose weight, people will unconsciously sabotage you by offering you food. When you announce your intention to start a business, people will list every reason it will fail. When you announce your intention to leave a toxic relationship, people will convince you to stay. This is not because they are evil. It is because your success makes them uncomfortable. Your ambition reminds them of their own inaction. Your transformation threatens their understanding of who you are, because if you can change, then they have no excuse for remaining stagnant. So what do? They discourage you. They doubt you. They place obstacles in your path. Not always consciously, but always effectively. But there is an even more dangerous reason to conceal your intentions: strategic advantage. Imagine you are playing chess. Would you announce your next 5 moves to your opponent? Of course not. Yet this is exactly what people do in life. They broadcast their strategies, announce their goals, reveal their weaknesses, expose their fears. I watched this in the courts of Renaissance Italy. The princes who lasted were not the most powerful. They were the most mysterious. They kept their alliances secret. They concealed their true loyalties. They smiled at enemies while plotting against them. They appeared weak when they were strong, and strong when they were weak. The princes who failed were the honest ones. They announced their alliances publicly, making themselves targets. They revealed their strategies openly, allowing enemies to counter them. They wore their hearts on their sleeves, making their emotions easy to manipulate. Honesty in politics, I discovered, is a form of suicide. But this principle extends far beyond politics. It applies to every arena of competition, and make no mistake, everything is competition. In business, the companies that announce their innovations too early find those innovations stolen or preempted by faster competitors. In relationships, the person who reveals their feelings first loses negotiating power. In warfare, the general who telegraphs his strategy loses the battle before it begins. Let me give you a modern example. You want a promotion at work. Do you announce this to everyone? No. Because now your colleagues become competitors. They will undermine you subtly. They will take credit for your work. They will poison your reputation with gossip. Instead, what do? You work in silence. You build relationships with decision-makers privately. You position yourself strategically without drawing attention. And when the opportunity comes, you strike. By the time others realize what happened, you are already promoted. This is the power of concealment. But I can see your objection already. Machiavelli, you say, what about trust? What about authentic relationships? What about being genuine? Let me be clear. I am not telling you to lie constantly. I am not telling you to trust no one. I am not telling you to be false in all your relationships. I am telling you to be selective. Share your true self with a very small circle of truly loyal people. With everyone else, maintain strategic ambiguity. Give them enough truth to seem honest, but never enough truth to use against you. The masses deserve your courtesy, not your secrets. Your acquaintances deserve your kindness, not your vulnerabilities. Your competitors deserve your respect, not your strategy. Your true intentions, your deepest desires, your real plans. These belong to you alone, and perhaps to the 2 or 3 people in your life who have earned your complete trust through years of proven loyalty. Everyone else gets a version of you, a performance, a carefully constructed image that serves your purposes. This is not deception, this is survival. Now let me teach you about the magnetic power of mystery. Human beings are drawn to, what they do not understand. We are curious creatures. We want to solve puzzles. We want to uncover secrets. We want to know what is hidden. This is why the mysterious person in any social situation commands more attention than the transparent one. The person who shares everything becomes boring. The person who reveals nothing becomes fascinating. Think about the people who command respect in your life. Are they the ones who broadcast every thought and feeling? Or are they the ones who speak rarely, reveal little, and maintain an aura of inscrutability? The most influential people I knew in the Renaissance courts were not the loudest. They were the quietest. When they spoke, people leaned in to listen because they spoke rarely. When they acted, people paid attention because their actions were unpredictable. They understood a principle I will now share with you. The less people know about you, the more they fear you. And fear is the most reliable foundation of power. Why do people fear the unknown? Because they cannot prepare for it. They cannot predict it. They cannot control it. When you are transparent, people know how to manipulate you. They know your desires, so they can dangle carrots. They know your fears, so they can threaten you. They know your patterns, so they can predict your moves. But when you are mysterious, you become dangerous, unpredictable, potentially threatening. People treat you with caution because they do not know what you are capable of. Let me give you a practical example. 2 managers are competing for leadership. Manager A is friendly, open, shares his opinions constantly, complains about upper management, reveals his frustrations. Manager B is polite but reserved, speaks carefully, reveals little about his thoughts on management or his ambitions, maintains professional distance. Who gets promoted? Manager B. Why? Because mystery creates an aura of competence. When people do not know what you are thinking, they assume you are thinking something profound. When you speak rarely, they assume your words carry more weight. When you reveal little emotion, they assume you have tremendous self-control. This is the halo effect of mystery. People project onto you their own assumptions of power, intelligence, and capability. But there is another benefit to mystery. It prevents exploitation. Every piece of information about you is leverage someone can use. Your fears can be exploited. Your desires can be manipulated. Your weaknesses can be attacked. Your patterns can be predicted. The less information you give, the less leverage others have. I learned this watching the great manipulators of my time. They collected information obsessively. They asked questions constantly. They listened intently, but they revealed nothing. They were information vacuums, taking everything in, giving nothing out. And this asymmetry of information gave them enormous power. They knew everyone's secrets while revealing none of their own. They understood everyone's weaknesses while exposing none of their own. They could predict everyone's moves while remaining unpredictable themselves. This is what you must become: a collector of information, not a broadcaster of it. Ask questions, listen carefully, observe everything, but share nothing that could be used against you. When people ask about your plans, be vague. I am exploring options. When they ask about your beliefs, be diplomatic. I see merit in multiple perspectives. When they ask about your weaknesses, redirect. I am focused on my strengths. Give them pleasantries, not truths. Give them surfaces, not depths. Give them performances, not revelations. And watch how your power grows. Watch how people become more careful around you. Watch how they seek your approval more eagerly. Because they cannot predict whether they have it. Watch how they fear to cross you, because they do not know how you will respond. Mystery is not just protection, it is power itself. Let me now explain the mathematics of vulnerability. When you reveal your intentions, you create a formula that others can use to control you. If I know you want a promotion, I can block it. If I know you desire a relationship, I can interfere with it. If I know you fear poverty, I can threaten your livelihood. If I know you love your reputation, I can damage it. Your intentions become buttons that others can push. This is why the most manipulative people are always asking questions. They are mining for information. They want to know what you want, what you fear, what you value. Because once they know these things, they can control you. Let me tell you a story from my time in Florence. There were two diplomats competing for the same position. Both were talented, both were ambitious. But one made a fatal mistake. He told too many people how desperately he wanted the position. He spoke of it at dinners. He made his ambition obvious. His rival said nothing. He expressed mild interest but showed no desperation. What happened? The prince who made the appointment used the first diplomat's desperation against him. He made him wait. He made him perform degrading tasks. He extracted concessions. Why? Because he could. Because the diplomat's revealed desire gave him leverage. The second diplomat, whose intentions remained mysterious, was offered the position on favorable terms. The prince could not manipulate what he did not understand. This is the essence of negotiation. The person who wants it less has more power. But how can your opponent know who wants it less if you do not reveal your desire? They cannot, so they must assume, and assumption works in your favor. In any negotiation, never reveal how much you want the outcome. In any conflict, never reveal what you fear. In any competition, never reveal your true strategy. Let me give you modern examples. You are interviewing for a job. Do you tell them this is your dream position and you desperately need it? No. You express interest, but you also mention other opportunities you are considering, even if those opportunities do not exist. Why? Because desperation kills negotiating power. You are interested in someone romantically. Do you shower them with attention and declare your feelings immediately? No. You show interest but maintain other options and priorities. Why? Because obvious desire is unattractive and gives the other person complete control. You are starting a business. Do you announce your innovative idea to everyone who will listen? No. You work in silence until you have built something too advanced to copy. Why? Because revealed innovation gets stolen. In each case, concealment protects you, revelation exposes you. But there is something even more insidious that happens when you reveal your intentions. People begin to define you by them. Once you announce, "I want to be wealthy," you become the greedy one. Once you announce, "I want to be famous," you become the attention seeker. Once you announce, "I want power," you become the tyrant. People will use your revealed intentions to create narratives about you, and these narratives become prisons. But if you never reveal your true intentions, you remain undefined, you remain free. People cannot box you into their categories, they cannot predict you, they cannot control you. I will tell you something that may sound dark, but it is true. The person who knows all your desires owns you. Parents use this with children, employers use this with employees, lovers use this with partners, governments use this with citizens. They identify what you want. Then they see, control access to it. Then they use that access to control your behavior. This is why dictators always promise to fulfill the people's desires. They identify what the masses want: security, prosperity, pride, and they promise to deliver it. Then they say, "Give me power and I will give you what you want." And the people, having revealed their desires, become controllable. Do not be controllable. Be mysterious, be unpredictable, be impossible to manipulate. Keep your true intentions locked away where no one can weaponize them against you. But here is where we move from defense to offense. It is not enough to simply conceal your true intentions. You must actively mislead others about them. This is the art of misdirection, and it separates the competent from the masterful. Why is misdirection necessary? Because absence of information creates suspicion. If you reveal nothing, people become paranoid. They begin to probe. They begin to investigate. They know you are hiding something, so they work harder to discover it. But if you give them false information, if you reveal fake intentions, they stop looking. They think they understand you. They relax. And this is when you strike. The magician does not simply hide the coin. He directs your attention to his other hand. He makes you think you know where the coin is, and while you watch the wrong hand, he completes the trick. This is what you must do in life. Let me give you the principle clearly. Appear to want what you do not want, so people will not defend against what you truly desire. In warfare, this is called a feint. You attack the enemy's left flank with weak forces, making them believe that is your objective. They rush their defenses to the left. Meanwhile, your real forces strike the undefended right flank. In politics, this is called controlling the narrative. You create public controversies about irrelevant issues, while your real agenda advances unnoticed in the background. In business, this is called competitive misdirection. You announce you are entering one market. Your competitors focus their defenses there, while you quietly dominate a different market entirely. In personal life, the same principles apply. You want a specific promotion. Do you make this obvious? No. You express interest in a different position entirely. Your competitors fight for the position you pretended to want, while the position you truly desire remains uncontested. You plan to leave your company and start a competitor. Do you announce this? Never. You appear more committed than ever. You take on new responsibilities. You act as if you are planning to stay for decades. And then, when everything is prepared, you leave. By the time they realize what happened, you are already competing successfully. You are pursuing someone romantically. Do you make your interest obvious? No. You show interest in their friend instead. You create the appearance of pursuing someone else. And human psychology being what it is, they become interested in you because you appear unavailable. This is misdirection, and it works because human beings are lazy. We take mental shortcuts. When we think we understand someone's intentions, we stop analyzing them. We relax our guard. We assume we know what they will do next. This assumption is your opportunity. Let me tell you about one of the greatest uses of misdirection in history. When the Allied forces planned to invade Normandy in World War II, they created an entirely fake army in a different location. They built fake tanks, fake planes, fake radio communications. They made the Germans believe the invasion would come from a completely different direction. The Germans fell for it. They positioned their defenses incorrectly, and when the real invasion came at Normandy, they were repaired. Thousands of lives were saved because of misdirection. The fake army, the revealed false intention, was as important as the real army. You must become like this in your own strategic planning. Create false trails, drop hints about plans you have no intention of executing. Show interest in goals that do not matter to you. Make people believe they understand your strategy when they understand only your deception. But be careful. Misdirection requires consistency. Your false intentions must be believable. They must align with who people think you are. If your misdirection is too dramatic, too inconsistent with your character, people will see through it. The best misdirection is subtle. It is a slight exaggeration of a real interest. It is emphasis on something that is genuinely part of your goals, but not the primary part. For example, you want to become the head of your department, but you also legitimately care about a particular project. Emphasize the project, talk about it constantly, make it seem like your sole focus. Let people think you are the project person, not the ambitious climber. Then, when leadership opportunity comes, you are seen as someone who was focused on the work, not someone hungry for power. You get the position because you appeared to want something else. This is elegant misdirection, the truth within the lie, the genuine interest that conceals the greater ambition. Master this art and you become nearly impossible to counter. Now I will teach you the ultimate form of concealment, silence. Most people cannot tolerate silence. They feel compelled to fill every gap in conversation, to explain themselves, to justify their actions, to share their thoughts. This compulsion to speak is a weakness, and like all weaknesses, it can be exploited. The powerful understand that silence is not absence of communication. It is the most powerful form of communication. When you remain silent, others reveal themselves trying to fill the void. When you do not explain yourself, others project their own interpretations onto you. When you do not react, others become anxious about what you are thinking. Silence creates psychological pressure that forces others to show their cards while you reveal nothing. Let me give you specific applications. In negotiation, the person who speaks first after stating a price usually loses. Silence creates discomfort. Discomfort creates concessions. State your price, then say nothing. Let them break the silence. When they do, they will likely negotiate against themselves. In conflict, when someone accuses you or attacks you verbally, your instinct is to defend, to explain, to counterattack. Resist this instinct. Remain silent. Look at them calmly. Say nothing. This silence will unnerve them far more than any argument. They will wonder what you are planning. They will fear they have gone too far. They will often apologize without you saying a word. In social situations, when someone asks you a probing question about your plans, your beliefs, your intentions, you do not owe them an answer. Smile slightly, pause, then either change the subject or give the most vague, meaningless response possible. Your refusal to engage tells them this topic is off limits without you having to say so explicitly. The Romans had a saying, "Silence is golden," but they did not fully understand why. Let me explain. Silence is golden because it is a mirror. People see in your silence whatever they fear or desire most. An insecure person sees judgment. A guilty person sees knowledge of their guilt. An ambitious person sees strategic calculation. A fearful person sees threat. You say nothing, but your silence communicates differently to each person based on their own psychology. This is power. One technique, PLE effects, tailored automatically to each individual without you having to do anything. But silence serves another crucial purpose. It prevents you from saying things you will regret. I cannot count how many people I watch destroy themselves with their own words. A prince who revealed too much in a moment of pride. A general who boasted about his strategy in a moment of triumph. A lover who confessed too much in a moment of passion. Words once spoken cannot be unspoken. Secrets once revealed cannot be concealed again. Intentions once declared cannot be hidden. Silence protects you from your own impulses, from your need to impress, from your desire to be understood, from your craving for validation. All of these needs are weaknesses. Silence allows you to master them. But let me be clear about what I mean by silence. I do not mean never speaking. That would make you irrelevant. I mean speaking strategically, rarely, and only when it serves your purpose. In my time, I watched the most powerful figures in Italian politics. The effective ones spoke rarely but listened constantly. They asked questions but avoided answers. They collected information but revealed none. They understood that every conversation is a transaction. Information flows in one direction or another. Make sure it flows toward you, not away from you. Here is a technique I recommend. In any conversation, aim to speak no more than 30% of the time. Ask questions. Listen actively, respond minimally, learn everything about the other person. While they learn nothing about you, they will leave the conversation feeling heard, feeling like you connected, even feeling like they know you better. But what really happened? You learned their desires, fears, plans, and weaknesses. They learned only what you chose to perform for them. This is the power of strategic silence combined with strategic lies. Tenning. One more thing about silence. It protects you from manipulation through your own words. Skilled manipulators will try to make you commit to positions, to make you reveal preferences, to make you take sides. Once you have spoken, they will use your own words to trap you. But if you have said nothing, you remain fluid, you can adapt. You can change positions without looking inconsistent because you never committed to a position in the first place. Silence is freedom. Speech is commitment. Choose wisely. So now you understand. Now you see why the most powerful people in the world are not the most transparent. They are the most mysterious. They understand that in a world where everyone broadcasts everything, silence is revolutionary. In a society obsessed with authenticity, strategy is power. In an age of oversharing, concealment is your greatest advantage. But let me leave you with one final crucial lesson. There is one person who must always know your true intentions. One person who cannot be fooled by your misdirection. One person who deserves complete transparency. That person is you. Never lie to yourself. Never deceive yourself about your true motives, your real desires, your actual capabilities. Be brutally honest with yourself in private, so you can be strategically ambiguous with others in public. The danger of concealment is that you can become lost in your own performance. You can forget who you really are beneath the masks. You can start believing your own misdirection. Do not let this happen. Keep a private space. Whether it is a journal, a meditation practice, or simply quiet time alone, where you examine your true self with complete honesty. Know yourself completely so you can reveal yourself selectively. This is the balance: internal clarity, external mystery, private honesty, public strategy, personal authenticity, social performance. Master this balance, and you will possess power that others cannot touch, because they will never understand where it comes from. They will see your success, but not comprehend your method. They will witness your victories, but not understand your strategy. They will know you are powerful, but not know how you became so. And this ignorance, this confusion, this mystery surrounding you will only amplify your power further. Remember these principles. Never reveal your true intentions to those who have not earned complete trust. Use strategic silence more than strategic speech. Practice misdirection to control where others focus their attention. Understand that mystery is magnetic and fear-inducing. Know that information flows toward power, so make information flow toward you, not away from you. The world belongs to those who control information, not to those who reveal it. The future belongs to those who move unseen, not to those who announce every step. Victory belongs to those whose intentions remain hidden until the moment of inevitable triumph. 500 years ago, I wrote that it is better to be feared than loved. Today I add, it is better to be mysterious than understood. The person everyone understands is the person everyone can defeat. The person no one fully understands is the person no one can touch. Which person will you be? The choice, as always, is yours. But now you cannot claim ignorance. Now you know what the powerful have always known. The question is, will you use this knowledge, or will you continue broadcasting your every intention to a world that will use that information against you? I have shown you the path. Whether you walk it is your decision. But I will tell you this, once you see how power really works, you cannot unsee it. Once you understand the value of concealment, you cannot go back to naive transparency. The matrix has been revealed. You cannot take the blue pill anymore. Welcome to a world where your silence speaks louder than words, where your mystery commands more respect than your revelations, where your concealed intentions give you more power than your announced plans ever could. Move carefully, speak rarely, reveal nothing, and watch as the world bends to accommodate the power of what it cannot see. This is the way of the truly powerful. This is the path of the strategic mind. This is the MachiMind matrix. Welcome